You want to know what else we were wrong about? And I
Mm.
think everybody else was wrong about, including the AP top 25 over and over again, the Tennessee Volunteers. Completely wrong about Tennessee. Tennessee loses to Illinois in the bowl game, and don't tell me that bowl games don't matter, because that's not true. Illinois was seen as a good team this year. They fell off. They got back on board, whatever the case may be. They win 30-28 against Tennessee. But if you go back and look at Tennessee, you want to talk about schedules. You want to talk about records. Look at Tennessee's schedule this year. Tennessee did not
That's
be
a
a
good point.
single FBS opponent with a winning record in 2025. Yet somehow they found themselves ranked over and over again.
I'll tell you why.
Somehow they found themselves ranked in the top 25, even though they did not have any type of signature win all season long. The teams they beat this year had a total of 8 Power 4 victories. Just to put that in the comparison, I saw this on social media. It's not the best comparison, but just putting it in the comparison, Minnesota beat teams with 11 Power 4 victories. Minnesota should be nowhere in the conversation of being in the AP top 25, yet they had a better resume than Tennessee. What is going on? Is this SEC bias? What is this?
Do Minnesota versus LSU. I think we all saw that chart pop up.
That one's wild.
I think we all saw that. If not, I'm sure I retweeted it. Twitter's probably in our show notes.
I can find it while we're speaking. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing, I'll tell you why Tennessee was ranked, because other SEC teams are playing Tennessee. And if other teams are playing Tennessee and they beat them, which obviously Tennessee 8-5, that's a top 25 win for another team in the SEC. It's all about optics, man. Everyone thinks it's all about like, oh, who are they ranking in the top 10? Oh, I can't believe they are snubbed out of the top 10. Well, maybe we take a look at the 15 through 25, where everyone's kind of like, oh, I don't really care what the 15 through 25 are. But when part of the argument is, well, how many top 25 wins do they have? Well, was Kansas State a top 25 team this year? Because Iowa State beat them. Yeah, at the beginning of the year, Iowa State started the year with a top 25 win. I hate to be that guy. Kansas State was not a top 25 team this year.
They were not.
Tennessee was not a top 25 team this year. But a lot of teams racked up a top 25 win when they, I guess 5, when they beat Tennessee. So that's the reason that they were ranked. And to your point, I don't want to make this a whole negative segment. I wanted to highlight Luke Altmaier running over that ref. You can't tell me bowl games don't matter, man.
That was insane. That was so cool.
So good.
Yeah. If you just look, don't be a box score warrior for this game. If you have a chance to go and rewatch the highlights or something for the Music City Bowl in Nashville, by the way, where you'd think Tennessee would do fine, but instead Tennessee has more losses in Nashville than Vanderbilt does this year. Like, that's another crazy thing, right? And I'm not trying to bash on Tennessee either. Like, I like Tennessee folks. I like Tennessee fans. I've had good conversations with them on social media overall.
They're diehards too.
Oh, they're diehards. But I think you have to address this elephant in the room. Like, this team is not the way it's supposed to be. And Tennessee's had some rough goes. Like, the last couple of years, they've been back, the Milton days, the Hendon Hooker days, they've been back.
Hooker days were fun, yeah.
But before that, it was bad. Like that, and I think you're heading in that direction. You're heading the wrong way. You're heading with Joey Aguilar. Obviously, that wasn't the right decision. Of course, the Nico drama that happened this past offseason wasn't great timing. You have to Tennessee has to figure out their quarterback this offseason. It can't be Joey Aguilar. Absolutely. It can't be whoever's on the roster. They have to make a huge splash in the portal. Because you have one of the best offensive-minded coaches in college football. Do you remember just a few years ago that epic win against Alabama? Nick Saban's Alabama?
Yeah, actually, I do. I remember where I was, what my room looked like watching that game. It was electric.
This is not that same Tennessee. This is not. But it can be with just a few perfect pieces with the transfer portal opening tomorrow.
Well, and to look, on the bright side, like they were really close to beating Georgia, 44-41. I remember that game. That was a barn burner, right? That kind of came down to who had the ball last type of game. Obviously, it's tough. It is really, really tough. And sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, but Tennessee needs to make a change. I agree with you. I think if they want to be the team that I think they can be, I think they're very capable of being one of the top teams in the SEC. They do need to make a splash at quarterback. I agree.
This is a team that was in the college football playoffs last year. They lost to Ohio State. I mean, they got the brakes blown off them against Ohio State, 42-17.
Well, they wear shirts.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, it was not good. But they were still there. And if you look at their schedule last year, they had good signature wins last year. This year, they didn't have any of them. And as much as you want to say about the barn burner in Georgia in overtime, you're right. That was a great game. But every single opportunity they had, they couldn't capitalize. And if you are going to be a college football caliber type team like Tennessee should be, like the fans of Tennessee, which if you've ever been to one of those games or see the checkered board fan or just like see it, it's insane. When UTSA went to Tennessee, I got the opportunity to go, and it was absolutely insane when I used to work for UTSA back in the day. Insane. Absolutely insane watching that stuff. Crazy. The fans are insane, but they expect greatness, and they should. But if you lose to ranked Georgia, if you lose to ranked Alabama, if you lose to ranked Oklahoma, yes, all three were in the college football playoffs. I get that, but that shouldn't be your argument. And then you lose to Vanderbilt, which hurts the worst. There's no doubt about that. You're a Tennessee fan, and you lose to Vandy. That one hurts.
Yeah.
And then you also lose your bowl game against a Big Ten team in Illinois should not be seen on your same level. If you're a Tennessee diehard, you're not thinking that Illinois is on the same level as you. And you get those type of losses, yeah, you got to figure it out.
Well, and I guess I'm not too dialed into Tennessee Twitter, so this is just me asking a question. Is there any call for a change of head coach? Like, I feel like there shouldn't be. I do not think there should be. Yeah, I think it comes down to I would go to the quarterback probably first. But is there a call for a head coach change in Tennessee?
There shouldn't be. If there is, then I think it should be a minority. I'm sure there's a message board somewhere saying it's time to make a change. But no, again, you're 1 year removed from making the college football playoffs. This is just one bad year and can be easily fixed with a rebuild in the portal. And it's not even a rebuild. It's more of just a reboot, a recharge. Tennessee has a good core. They just have to find a way to get the right pieces in there. And it starts with quarterback. Absolutely starts with quarterback there.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. I don't think Josh Heupel should be fired at all. I just was curious because I know Tennessee fans are so fanatic, I guess maybe is a word you could use. They are very, very passionate about their team. I was curious if that was a vibe out there because I would disagree with them on that front, but I wouldn't disagree with them on the fact that like this team does probably need to perform a little better. I think that it's one of those teams that's expected to be very good, especially in the SEC. And if the team played as well as the stadium was cool, or as much as the kind of traditions around Tennessee were awesome, they'd be a top 5 team every year. I mean, it's absolutely on my bucket list to go to a Tennessee game to see the checkerboard, and I've seen some of the edits and like the cinematic shots of those games. Like they are like in a different category, and so I think that all of that too kind of builds up into like, well, we have all of this around the game. Like, why isn't the team on that level? I think there's something to be said there too. So, I'm excited for Tennessee to be in the conversation again next year. They'll probably bring in a good quarterback and make some moves in the portal, and everyone's going to be excited. We'll see how it actually pans out. But yeah, I do think that something needs to change probably at the quarterback position.
Yeah, not the head coach. You don't need to remove the head coach from this conversation. It's the right choice. It's just building up pieces in the portal, especially at the quarterback position.